Hi, my name's Tom Benton and I'm General Manager for Terra Fertile UK and our brand Nature's Heart. Terra Fertile was formed in 2005 in Ecuador by three brothers called David, Raul and Daniel. But actually the story started in the 80s with their father Jose. He worked with local farmers in Ecuador, which is at about 2,500 meters on the equator in South America. And he worked with local farmers who grew vegetables and he dried them for them. His aim was to help increase their income by drying them so that they could sell them all year round and also to major companies in order to increase their income. And he was very successful. But then sadly, one day in 2004, they lost a major contract. And that meant that those farmers who'd started out drying those vegetables suddenly didn't have customers and didn't have an income. So David, Raul and Daniel got together and they went back to Ecuador and they started drying fruits. But what they realized is they needed something unique. So that's when they went into the Andes and they looked and they came across the goldenberry. It's an indigenous crop that grows in the Andes mountains. You can get it in other parts of the world as well, but it does particularly grow well in Ecuador and Peru and in Colombia. And so what they did was they realized that there wasn't that many people growing the goldenberry plant, so they set up a nursery and they started growing small plants, and then they worked with the farmers in that area in order to make a more sustainable living. And the important thing to know about goldenberry is they're delicious, but I would say that, of course, but they're also nutritious. They've got more potassium than bananas per 100 gram, they've got more iron than spinach, and they've got more fibre than prunes. So the brothers found the goldenberries, they'd set up their brand, Nature's Heart. Since 2004, David, Raul and Daniel have built a world-leading plant-based brand in South America. And we've recently started working with Nestle. We firmly believe in helping our farmers. And we have a sustainability program called the Goldenberry Plan. And the purpose of this plan is to help our farmers to make a sustainable living through exporting their fruits around the world. But because not all of them grow goldenberries, or not all of them have the capability or the knowledge of how to do it, that's why we started our program. So we have a nursery in Ecuador, which grows the very small seedlings into small plants that we then give to our farmers. And they then take them and grow our organic goldenberries using only the compost that we provide them from the factory. So the waste from the factory then goes into compost to then help the farmers to grow the seedlings. So one example was for Marta in the Cumbres region of Ecuador. She was making bracelets, making maybe between $5 to $10 a week from selling those bracelets. She started working with us, we gave her the seedlings, and fairly soon she had 250 plants, which covers an area no bigger than the space just here. She started making between $150 to $200 because we would guarantee the prices and buy the crop off her. And then she started growing up to 900 plants and made a significant income, which has helped to change her life. In Colombia, a country which has a few challenges, as I'm sure you're aware, we worked in the Nariño region, which unfortunately has quite a lot of poppy production. And we've worked with over 125 farmers to take them out of the illicit poppy growing trade. And they grow goldenberries now and making a much more sustainable and safe living. So hopefully that tells you a bit about what we're doing in Ecuador and Colombia and with our farmers and the difference that we have already made with them. But now I'd like to tell you a little bit more about what we're looking to do moving forward and working with you. So clearly we're looking at zero waste and we're looking at zero carbon, and we're working on that. We're also trying to be in our recyclable packaging, and if we can get into recycled already packaging, even better, and we'll have new news coming on that over the next year. But what I'm excited to talk to you about today is a commitment that we're signing up to that we haven't told anyone else about before. So we see an opportunity to do something a little bit different. So we've spoken to FareShare, who work with over 10,500 charities in the UK to distribute food to those who need it. And we've said for every 100 grams of food that gets bought in our brand in the UK, we'll give 100 grams to someone that needs it. And if they need potatoes, we'll make sure that 100 grams is 100 grams of potatoes. Because for us, sustainability is more than just doing the right thing by your farmers. It's about trying to make a positive difference. It's about trying to leave both a positive impact on the planet and on you, me, and everyone else who needs a bit of help from time to time.